Good afternoon, everyone. Is it evening already? Yeah, Jess is back. Unfortunately, I got a passenger. Oh, no, 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 no. Can I have a chocolate bar, please? Nope. That is a small little bar. I swear they keep getting smaller every time. They're just like bite-sized. Headed into Rock Creek. We're at the top by the brake check. Coasting down nice and slow with the Jake brakes on. I'll have more of those bite-sized Snickers. Gotta have at least 4 or 5. You need 4 or 5 to make one Snicker bar out of these little guys. Double solid, bud. I guess you can see traffic coming, but and I'm not going down. I could be going down a bit faster, but it would require brake input. Try to save as much brake as I can. If I'm in a rush and trying to make a timeline, get a delivery to a certain place, I'll come down a bit faster, but still keep it safe type of thing. But if I know I have enough time to make it there without rushing, why would you rush? Why would you burn up brakes? Yeah, we left an hour and a half earlier than we needed today. It's like, hey, we're kind of ready, and I really don't want to start any other project at home. Might as well head out and
yeah. I know what we're doing tomorrow.
did my pre-trip. Found that one of my tires is actually on the flat side. Luckily, I got the automatic filling tire, so it fills it right up. I found where the leak is. So, yeah, it's a big screw sticking out of it, so it wasn't hard to find where the leak is. Really, really minor leak. I can't hear it leaking. It's just one of those, pour water over top of it. You can see little bubbles coming out, so it's barely leaking. Hi, deer. I didn't see that deer until we were pretty close. Another one. of deer. Don't see them in bright daylight. So, with a tire leak that slow, I could probably run on it for a couple of weeks with the automatic filling. But I'm gonna get it fixed here soon anyway, probably tomorrow. See what the run is tomorrow. I'm guessing it'll be like a Klesnikov to Richmond run or something like that, but we shall see. Yeah, I'm supposed to get some rain this week. So apparently they fixed my truck again this weekend. I said, yeah, there's a lot of dirt in the rat again. It's like, yeah, but it overheated 3 days after you guys cleaned it out. So we'll see. Oh, and the first hill I hit today, climbing out of a Slayus, engine light came on. So you didn't fix everything. Hopefully they fixed the overheating issue more than a day or two. Because 2 weeks ago it was fixed for a couple of days and then it clogged all up again. I swear they're using like soap in there that's sticky and it just attracts all the dust in there right away again, so it only works. It's a really good make work project. Just say if I was owner operator, I would not be pleased at all with the service of Penticton IRL. At all. Yeah, this is a fairly light load, so I don't know if they fixed the overheating issue. Having said that, last week I would have overheated with this load, so it is better. It is better than it was last week. Will it overheat once we have a serious load tomorrow from Klesnikov? We'll see. We'll see. I'll let you know tomorrow. But the fact that the engine light came on right away, it's like, Guys are not very knowledgeable about your trucks. I've had that kind of problem the whole time.
I only drove for 18 kilometers.
Yeah, the email said that they did a big test drive to make sure the heating system is working proper, the cooling system is working properly. So logged on line, I can see on my what's it called, the call qualm. You can go online and see how many hours and how many kilometers they drove. 13 kilometers. 16? 13. 18. See, dyslexic me. They drove 18 kilometers. You're not testing anything in 18 kilometers.
Drove around the city.
Like seriously, 18 kilometers? That was your test? Empty bobtailing? You're not testing anything like that. Don't give me that.
They had to just stay in the city too.
18 kilometer test. So I'll email dispatch to our maintenance guy and let him know that, hey, very first hill I hit, the engine light came on. I'll let you know in a few days if the heating issue is gone, because I'm running a light load today.
I'm willing to reset somewhere where it's going.
Can you give me a reset in Prince George and have someone look at it there?
Find a place where they don't do it.
Bill's Heavy Duty in Castlegar. Incredibly slow service, but they fix things right the first time. They have fixed things that I had to bring to IRL several times and never got fixed, and they fixed it on their first try and no issues after that. And same with my bunk heat. Remember last year me complaining about the bunk heat for a year and a half straight? They never fixed it. They just replaced the whole unit.
Yeah, that worked. Granted, that did work.
That did work, replacing the whole unit.
But it took them that long to do that.
Hey, that tractor's a little short. It's missing its front end. All they did was they separated the motor from the transmission. Most small tractors like that, if you take the motor and transmission apart, the whole tractor splits in half. The motor is part of the frame. The motor and transmission is part of the frame. That is the frame. Now we're going to run out of fuel. I think we're okay. We're at an eighth of a tank. Grand Forks is not that far away. To load this light, I think if I really wanted to push it, there would be a pretty good chance I could make it to Castlegar. I'm not going to do that. Oh, he's baling them. Round, nice round bales. No marshmallows though, they're not wrapped. He's built a permanent storage shed here now. He's got his bales lined up in there. He uses two little small Massey Fergusons. Well, not small, but medium-sized tractors. Haven't had a chance to see the numbers on the side, but I've been always looking. Yeah, I think they'd be classified as a medium tractor. Think a big bowl was cute? Cute little horns. The bowl's got cute little horns.
Oh, he did.
Oh boy.
And he was reaching out over a fence trying to get a scratch.
Got some cars behind us, so I'm going to pull into the scale here and just weigh ourselves just to see how light I actually am. I looked at the gauges, but when they loaded me and just go, haha, there's no weight on me. Someone can do the math. I'm not going to do it. I'm so light. I'm not going to put this into my averages. Speaking of, if I've got time tonight, I'll update that. I've got a couple of really good averages that were max loads. Help me get my PSIs dead on. I know these trailers pretty much inside out. I'm still trying to get it more accurate. They were doing a big blitz here 2 weeks ago. apparently the scale was open and they were just pulling over trucks that normally just run in this place locally, and caught quite a few people. This wasn't the scale that they gave the ticket for a loose staple though. That was Castlegar scale. It's off. That one behind us is not off. One in front of us is off. Let's see if I can read backwards. 5570. 5,570.
Turn right at the stop sign.
Maximum is 17 for this. We are at 15,980. No, it's not doing a regen, no. Oh, it's heavier than I thought. We can go 24, but it's 16,990. And this one we can go 17 again. And it's only 8,710. The pup is really light. And the bridge is fairly light too, but heavier than I thought it would be. Nobody coming. And there is no stop sign here. All those logs there, I don't know if you saw those logs on the right hand side, that's all owned by Sutco. Well, it's owned by EcoChips, but same owners, different company. These logs are a different company on this side.
Highway 3.
This is Wagen Fiber Canada here, as in the German word wagon. I don't know if it's spelled the same. I've never looked at it to see if it's spelled wagon, but it sure sounds like the word wagon. I think we've Googled it before.
There's only one thing I really remember about that place.
What's that?
All the forklift drivers.
She only remembers how the forklift driver is. Forklift driver is a bit of a grumpy gentleman. They have very strict safety policies, which is great. I'm a big fan of it, but they'll let you know if you make a mistake, and even if you're up front before you even really enter the yard, if you don't have full safety on, yeah, they'll let you know. I think I forgot my hard hat the one time. I jumped out. I parked at the front there, jumped out and got my dunnage out, and I forgot my hard hat. Don't do that. As a rule, you should be wearing all your safety gear all the time anyway, so. And they're very fast. Very, very efficient at loading, and they get very frustrated if you can't keep up with them, which means literally running around the trailer, throwing straps, running around the other side, strapping it down, and their safety rules, you have to be on the same side as the forklift is, so you have to be extremely efficient. I mean, you don't have to be. If you can't do it safely, then you just make them wait. But it will make them very grumpy. very, very grumpy. I'm pretty darn efficient, so I haven't had the bad end of the stick. But I've watched some other truckers loading there and getting yelled at for being so slow. It's like, well, can't really complain for them to do it slow. It's rather have them do it slow than unsafe. So. But I don't mind those runs, but I prefer they're all short runs from Vaughan, and I'm not a big fan of short runs.
If you're not efficient, you don't make as much in a day.
Yeah, if you can get 4 runs in a day, you can make about the same money as this. If you can get 5 runs in a day, like the guys that run all the time, they get 5 runs and then they make pretty good money. They make more money than I do, the guys that do it all the time.
If you're not efficient.
But you've got to be extremely efficient.
If you have a problem, just do only 3 runs, and you're not making.
Although those aren't custom runs, those are just from here to Grand Forks runs.
Yeah,
If they do customs run, then it's only 2 runs a day. And that can go wrong too because the border closes at a certain time. So you got to boogie and be efficient there as well.
they're probably gonna have special hours this weekend.
Oh, not this weekend, but next week will be interesting for hours. A lot of places next week will be interesting for hours because of Canadian holiday on Monday and U.S. holiday on Thursday. Oh, that's going to be, U.S. is going to be Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
Most places in the U.S. are going to be closed Thursday, Friday.
Friday here, nobody's going to work.
Yeah, this week Friday, people will be wanting off. Yeah.
They've been dragging their feet wherever you look. Even with a lighter load, I can still not make the speed limit for here. The suggested speed limit of 80, I can't even quite get there. Don't have to worry about speeding. With a full load, you just put the throttle all the way down. You don't worry about the 70, 80s and stuff. You can't get there. Beautiful day. It worked out really nice. Now my load is partially tarped. I'm debating on taking the tarp off tonight. It's wrapped, but I would have to drive from Castlegar to Nelson if it's pouring rain during that time. Yeah, then I've defeated the whole reason for tarping it. So, and that's only one tarp. I'll untarp it when I deliver it. They've already told me that it's gonna
I don't understand why that has to be tarped. It's wrapped. Not that customer, not picky at all.
What's it different with height?
The other customer, they're picky. They want everything tarped. But this customer is not picky at all, so I'm really surprised at. But if they want to pay for it to be tarped, I'll tarp it all the way. If I knew the weather was going to be like this all the way, I would unwrap it tonight at Castlegar, but I don't know that, especially since the forecast does say it's going to rain, so it doesn't look like it right now, but
And we're going over the posted, where's the different storage things?
I feel like I'm down on power. What if the engine light is... But usually the engine light, it doesn't mean derated, but it just feels like a little light on power. For how light the load is, maybe it's just my subconscious seeing an engine light on and going, as soon as the engine light's on, every little sound you hear, everything you smell, everything, every gauge that twitches wrong is like, we're gonna blow up. You're just very sensitive to all the info coming at you. It's right. Get a little paranoid. Well, at least it's not overheating today. They got sheep and cattle together in the same pasture. Don't know if I've seen that before.
I think relative watering for the pasture.
Maybe because they're just watering the pasture, maybe. Yeah, could be, but if we really wanted next weekend, we could come and explore that smokestack again. Stuff like that where you know there's not going to be a lot of tourists.
They can see somebody.
Oh yeah, there's a car parked up there by the smokestack.
And we'll have to see really what running.
Yeah, we'll see what time we have to leave on Monday or even Sunday if I get a long run, like a long haul. Like if we get a long Manitoba run and I can run all of Monday, I'm going to totally do it. Yeah. Can't make any plans for weekends until I actually get home and park the truck.
It's a little
just part of the industry. You can't really make any serious, solid plans. The only way I can make solid plans is by requesting days off ahead of time. But even then, sometimes it gets a little tight. You can't rely on that first day of getting home. What if you have a tire that blows out? You can't be 100%. When we went on vacation, I allowed for a day and a half.
Hair salon in the same building as the car wash?
Hair salon in the same building as the car wash?
Yeah.
I had not seen that before.
None. But have things to see.
My other store. I wonder what the first store is.
So it could be like really redneck, but you can't even wash the car right after you get a haircut.
I just don't like those red and white Setco trucks. It just doesn't feel like Setco. Fort Greenwood. That might be interesting to go in and look to.
There's so much to do.
I know. So much to do. Unfortunately, all that stuff to do costs money and time. Both hold us back fairly equally. But I think time holds us back more than money. Polaris up there. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. There's a popo out. Good. Keeping us in line. I've never had problems with popo and CVSE and park wardens. They're there just to do their job. As long as you remember that they're just people. And as long as they remember that they're just people, because I've watched enough YouTube videos that some of them get a little power hungry, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any serious problems with anyone. Thank you guys for watching. Greenwood Tunnel. We'll see you guys tomorrow. My guess is we're running from Klasnikov to Richmond. Jess? She has to agree with me? Okay. She's not gonna take a bet against me. I was gonna say like okay, if you're gonna go with this, I'll change mine. I'll go Klasnikov to Griff. A lot more unlikely.
Somewhere in Mitchell.
Because if it's Richmond, it could also be Modern.
That's what I was thinking. Modern, Mitchell.
Yeah, that's okay. If you pick Richmond, I'm gonna pick Modern. No, you gotta pick one or the other.
It covers all of them.
Nope.
Modern.
Modern? You're going Modern? Okay, I'll stick with Richmond then.
Yeah.
Done. See you guys tomorrow.